So let's just start. So hello everyone, welcome to the day 6 of this amazing web development bootcamp. We are here with the major project of this event. Today we will be building a major project live, and also in the end of the project we will also we will open the link to the challenge project where you have to challenge where you have to submit your challenge project. So without wasting any further time, as today is a very long day, I would like to invite all the speakers to start presenting their screen and start the major project. All the best to everyone.
Yes, hello everyone. So today we'll be developing our major project. We'll be building a Mario game. So this will be our game for today, and let's see, I've got this slide. So this is what we'll be building, and we all have played it. Even I've played it in my childhood, so it will be very fun to build it. So okay, let's move to the code. Okay, so here we have a HTML file where we have given some assets. We have made an asset folder and we have given some characters and backgrounds. And then we have linked a font style, which is Ubuntu. Yesterday, Sahib has told us how to add the fonts, Google Fonts. And then we have body in which we have a container division. So this is game container. Then we have a heading and which will change when the game is over, like I've shown you. And then we have a class which is for a character, and then we'll be having a scorecard. Then we'll be having life, and we have one more division which is for obstacle. So, and then here we have added a JavaScript file as well. So moving to CSS. Okay, so currently with HTML, our game is looking like this. So now I will be designing it using CSS. So we have, okay, so I've given a margin and padding as 0 initially. And then I'll moving to body and I'm giving overflow as hidden. So it will just, if our images or anything will overflow, then it will just hide that one. And then coming to our main game, which is main division, which is game container. So in game container, okay, so we'll be using this. We have in the character folder. We have this GIF. So we'll be using this GIF as a background image. And then I wanted to not repeat. It will not be repeated. There will be a single image only. Then I've set the background size. This VW is a viewport width, and then this VH is a unit as well, which is viewport height. And then I've given width and height as width as 100%, so full screen, and then height as 100 viewport. So it will be full height of the screen as well. So let's see what happens. See, here our background is added to the game. So now the background is added. Now next is let's make our character first. So I'll just use Mario class. So the background image I have.
Explain VW and VH.
VW is viewport width and viewport height. So viewport is basically this one, this whole like the page we are seeing, right? So this whole width, like from here to here, this is viewport width, and from top to bottom, this is viewport height. So it's basically a unit, like we use pixel, percentage. We can use viewport width and viewport height as well. So now for Mario, I've done background images. Here I have a background image, which is Mario character 2 GIF. So I'm using this one. And now, actually I made a div, right, for Mario. So I'll be styling this. So I wanted to not repeat. So I'll be using background repeat is no repeat. Then then width will be, let's say 100 pixel. Height and was, so let's, okay, it's not looking good, right? So I'll just move it. So the width and height is fine. Then I will be giving the position. I'll change its position to absolute. So now, okay. I want it to be in bottom, not in the top. And then so let's change the height. And the height is good. 100. Okay. Width should be more. So I'll just increase the width. Okay. 120. Okay. So now give the background as cover so that it will not change for this. Okay, so this is our character, and then moving to obstacle. So obstacle is, there's another div for obstacle, right? Obstacle. We have given the class as obstacle and then obstacle animation. So I'll be just using obstacle first. I'm designing obstacle first. So okay, so I'm using background as anime character. We have here. We have one GIF for that. So okay, it's a leftmost, I think. So I'll just design it. So I'll use width as 100 pixel. Then I'll give height as 100 pixel. So now we have our obstacle, but it's not looking good. So we need to adjust that. So for that, I'll be doing the positioning. The position here will also be absolute. Then I'll be moving it to bottom. 0. Then I'll move it to left by 40 viewport width. Okay, so this is not looking good, right? So we need to change it again. So here what I can do, I can also give background size as cover. Okay, background size as cover so that it will cover the whole height and width. So now you can see. Okay. Now it's visible clearly in that same width and height. So now we have done obstacle. Now moving towards animation. So for that, what we are using is, okay, let's define one class to animate Mario. So animate. So for animation, we are using animation name, right? We are using one name we are giving to animation. So I'll be giving a name to animation. Let's say And then the time, we need to give the time as well. So as of now, I'll give 1 second. That's it. So now I'll be defining this animation using keyframes. So keyframes. Now, okay, so yeah, what I want to do is I want to, whenever I'll be clicking space or up arrow, I want it to jump. So I'll be animating for that. So for 0%, bottom should be 0 pixel. And then for 50%, bottom will be, let's say, 300 pixel. And again for 100%, bottom. So when the animation will be completed, it will again move back. So bottom will be 0 pixel. So see, this one is not clear, right? It will just move to 30 pixel and it's not smooth. So I want to make it more smooth. So I'll add 2 more transitions here. So I'll give bottom as so 300 pixels, so 150 pixel, so that it will become smooth. And then 25, so I'll be giving 75 as bottom, 150 pixel again. So that's how our okay. So we can check here. I don't think it will work because we have not added JavaScript yet, right? So this, I'm just designing it, and then you check how it works when the JavaScript code will be completed. So okay, so now I've animated Mario. So even I also want it to work. Okay, I think that's it. So now I'll be animating our obstacle. So for this, I have a class called obstacle ANI. Okay, I missed one thing here. I'm not given a name to this description. A. Will work. Okay, so now I will be defining, I'll be animating obstacle. So for that, using that obstacle ANI, and then animation. Then I want to give it a name. Okay, same as this one only. Then okay, 5 seconds would be fine. I think. So then I wanted to move linear. So I'll be giving linear here. Okay. And then I'll be defining this using keyframes. So keyframes, then this name of animation, and then for 0%. Okay, so it's moving linearly. So I want right as 0, so that it will start from rightmost side. Let's say 0. Then okay. After completion, I wanted to move to leftmost. So left will be 0. So again, I wanted to make smooth. So okay, so I can give. Okay. Anyways, I'm using linear now, so I don't think I will be needing it. Okay, so we can see our obstacle is moving. It's moving fine, but it's starting from the middle, not from rightmost. Okay, so I want it to start from rightmost. So I'll use viewport width here. So I'll be giving 100 viewport width as not right, left. So now it will start from the rightmost and then it's moving to left. Okay. So see, it's stopping here only, but I wanted to move to till the end. So see, it's stopping here only. So I want to move to leftmost, and for that I'll be giving. Okay, I can give negative values here. So I'll be giving minus 40 pixel. I think that will work. Yes, now it's working a bit smooth and fine also. So instead of 40, I'm giving 80. Yes, now it's fine. Okay, so this is done. Our character is done. Now I want to style these three things: our heading, scoreboard, and remaining life, or the life we have. So okay, so I'll just use this. For heading, we have given a class as game over. So I'll use this one and game over. So for game over, I'll be giving the position as relative so that it will be changed relative to our size of the window. And then on top, I want it. Okay, so it came here. Now I wanted to position in the center. So, it's the line is center.
Hello, Srimant. Do you have a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Ishmeet, would you like to take over?
Could you once
Yes.
repeat the keyframes of obstacle animation?
Okay, so for obstacle, I wanted to move from rightmost to the left. Okay, so I've used pixel, but pixel is not working because we have created multiple divisions and we have given different width and height to them, right? So for that, I've used viewport width, so that this is basically a percentage. So 100% of viewport width. So it will move from rightmost, and then I've given here as minus 80 pixel because I don't want it to stop here. I want it to move ahead further, so that it will be smooth. You can see here, it's starting from rightmost, and then okay, it's finishing. Like it's moving ahead of the our screen, you can see. So that's why I'm using a negative value here. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So I want it control and sorry. So sorry. Okay. Now I want to give some shadow, so I'll use text shadow here. 0. Okay. Then I want to give white pixel blur, and then I'm using white color as shadow. Now we have now I'm using the font family which we have imported earlier, which is and then sans serif. Okay, so after that, so game over is done. Okay, so now I need to just style our score count, and then our life. So first style. Okay, so Okay, so here you can see this both are similar only. So I'll be styling this using a single, like I'll be using both the classes together. Okay. So and then our life. So here they have a border, and then border is having a radius because it's not pointed. And then we have a shadow over here. So, and we have to change the text, the font and font size, font style and font size. Okay. So for that, I'll just increase the font size first. So here the font size will be 25 pixel. Then the font I'll be using is same, which I've used earlier. So I'll use that font. Family as sensory. Then our border. Border radius will be having our okay. Achha. Okay, I'm not getting a border radius here because I have not set the border. So I'll be setting a border, which will be 3 pixel solid, then black color. Okay, not working. Okay, can anyone tell why is it not working? So no one is okay paying attention. See, here it is ID, not plus, but I am using dot here. So for ID we are using hash, not dot. Okay. Now see, the border came. Okay. So it's coming till here. So I want to change that. And for that, I have to give background size is cover, border is cover. Just for before that I want to keep padding. Okay. So now it's overlapping. So okay, before that we can give a box shadow here. Here we have a white shadow over here. So we will be using box shadow here, not text shadow, okay? Because we are giving shadow to border. So box shadow will be 0, 0, then 5 pixels, then white only. Okay, so shadow is there. And now what I will do is I've styled both and okay, top. Okay, I'm moving it a bit down. So top will be 20 pixels for both of them currently. So both moved a bit down. I want to go a bit more. Or let's say 40. Okay, now for this live, I want it to move a bit down. So I will give top as 240. Then I want let's say 80. Let's see what will happen. No, it's still overlapping. So I will increase this 80 to 100. So, just a bit more. 110. Yeah. So that's all about CSS part. And yes, and for Mario, yeah. So that's all about CSS part of our obstacle is moving, and I've designed the scorecard and this heading as well. So now we can move to JavaScript part. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Ismeet, for the wonderful session on HTML and CSS part for the project. Now I would like to invite Khushi Purwar to continue on from here for the JavaScript session.
Just 1 second, Sahil. Vedant is saying address has a wrong slash. So this slash is not for address actually. Here, this slash is to ignore the space we are giving. So here, in our name we have enemy space character. So this slash is to
You have to
ignore
share
the
your screen.
space. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So see here you are saying the slash is wrong, right? But this slash is used to ignore the space which we are giving her, because our character name is enemy space character. So this slash is used to ignore the space and then character. So that's why we have used this wrong slash. So this is not wrong actually. I hope it will clear it out.
Thank you, Ismeet, for the clarification of the doubt. And now I would like to invite Khushi Purwar to carry on from here related to the JavaScript part for the project.
Okay, thank you, Sahil. I'm going to continue with the JavaScript code, sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So till now you have completed the HTML part and the CSS. Now I am going to explain the JavaScript code. So you have seen that now you want to jump the Mario or move forward or move backward. So this all will be done due to the JavaScript, and this obstacle will conflict with the Mario using the JavaScript. So now you are going to see how JavaScript code will be added in this part. So this is the HTML and the CSS part is already completed. So now moving further with the JavaScript code. So first I have defined a variable with the name score is equals to 0 and a boolean variable that is the cross is equals to true. Why I have defined the cross and score for maintaining the score, and why cross when this Mario will cross this obstacle, or we can say the obstacle will cross the Mario. So for that I have defined a boolean variable, either it is crossed or not. So after that, I have taken the live count and the live part. That is this live count div and this value. I have to update this value as well. So I have defined it by the in the HTML part. That is the live. This is the div which contains the live is 3, and the 3 is in the another span. So the whole will be selected by the ID live, and this value will be selected by the another ID, that is the live count. So why I've selected the whole? Because after life 3, after one life will be decreased, it will show it the remaining life. So I have to change the content as well. So I have selected the whole div. Then I have selected the how many lives are remaining. So this is done due to the life count. This one and text content. I have to change this lives with the remaining life. So I have used the text count, and after that I have this life part. This live part, this will be changed, and this will be changed. So I have selected using the DOM part, that is get element by ID, live count and live. After that I have to add the audio for the jumping, and when obstacle will cross the Mario, two audios will be added. So first I have added the variable with audio, new object. That audio is a class, and I'm going to call that class using the object, and object is called created using the new. So I have specified the address. I have in the asset there's a music, and in the music that is the jump.mp3. This is for the jump, and when Mario will die, then another voice will come. For that I have specified another variable, that is audio go, and I specify created an object using the use the audio class and created using the new keyword. After that, 1 second the audio will play this jump. If a jump is there, then audio will play, and either it is jump or not jump. But after 1 second, the music will start, and after that I want that Mario should move forward, backward, or take a jump. For these three kind of actions, you have to do press a key. When you press a key, you will see that some key code is there. If I am pressing the key for the upper key, that is the page up key, you will see the code will be the 38 code. You can console that code by using the e.key code. You will get the code. And if you want to move forward, you can see the code will be 39. That is the arrow right. And for arrow left, the key code will be 37. And for down, it is 40. So these are the key code of the keywords key. Whenever you press a key, you will see it will give a key code. By that key code, we can write a function, and we can run that task. So for the jumping part, I have specified this code. So this is the whole part. It involves three conditions, either for the jumping part, moving right or moving left. So first we are going to see what will happen if I press the upper key, that is a page up, the key code will be the 38. First I am going to select that Mario, and that class having Mario with the class name Mario. I am going to select that document.query selector and by the class name. Now I have to animate it, means I have to jump it. So as Smith told about the class, added the class using the keyframe, this one, Mario, I am going to add this, and this keyframe is added in the animation, in the animate Mario. So I'm going to add this class, that is the animate Mario. There is a property in the JS by which you can add the class.
And could you report the key code part?
Yes, Sriman. So I'm not getting your voice. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, ma'am. Could you repeat the key code part?
Okay. Whenever a key is pressed, it gives a key code. Like, I can show you 1 minute. So I have pressed the upper key. So you can see the code is 38. If I press the if I press the page right key, you can see that 39 is the key code. If I press the page left key, then 37. If I press the page down, it will give the key code as 40. If I press any other key, like I press the G, you can see the 71 is the key code. So every key, whenever you press a key, you will see a key code of that key. this key code is attached whenever key is pressed. If I press the 0, you will see the key code is 48. If I press the 2, then you see the key code is 50. So these are the key codes of the all the keys. So in this, we are going to see the jump part. For the jump, I have used the page up. For moving forward, I have used the page right, and for moving backward, I have used the page left. So 38 for the upper one, and page right, arrow right for the 39, and arrow left for the 37. So these are the three conditions according to the key code. So for the for the key code 38 means the Mario want to jump. So Mario, I am going to select the Mario. Okay, so key code part is clear, Srimant.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I am going to jump that Mario. For jumping, Smith already created a class that is animate Mario. So I am going to add that class. In DOM part, whenever you want to add any class, you have to select that element. I have selected that element using the query selector. It has a class name Mario. In the HTML part, you can see that. This is the div class with the name class name Mario. So I have selected and I have to add a class. So class list is a property and add is a method. So mario.classlist.add. Now I have to specify the class name. So that is the animate Mario. You can see animate Mario here. In this, the Mario is the animation that is already created. So this animation will be used for the jumping part. Now I want that this jumping part is not continuously jumping. So I have to remove that animation also. So I have set a timer that after 700 millisecond, that is 0.7 second, after 0.7 second, this class will be removed and audio will play for jumping. So set timeout, and I have used the audio.play. Audio is already a variable and use the function play. So this audio will be play for the jumping, and the after jumping the class will be removed. That is the animate Mario. This is how the jumping part will happen. First I am adding that class. The class is defining the CSS part. This is the animate Mario, and in the animate Mario animation is created, and animation having a name that is the Mario, and I have defined. Smith has already defined the keyframe of that Mario. After that, I have the another key code that is moving forward. Now you have to see that you have to take a step ahead. For moving forward, you have the key page right. For that, the key code will be the 39. So now again, I'm going to select that Mario, and you can see that here in the CSS part, the Mario has something left position. In the Mario, you have seen the left. This is left 50 pixel. So this Mario is from the window is 50 pixel. So I'm going to take this 50 pixel. Now how JavaScript will take this 50 pixel from the class. So there is a function of the window that is called the get computed style. This function will takes a class name that is the Mario, and this function will return a set of style. That means this whole class will be selected, and this function will return the whole class. Means these all style will return. Now I have to select only the left part. Then there is another method that is the get property value. Now I want that out of these styles, I want only get the property value of left. So I specify the get property value left, and the value will be the 50 pixel. Now this will be null or NaN until and unless we cannot convert into the integer part. So converting that value into the integer part, I have used the parse int method. This is the method to convert any value into the integer value. So I have take that 50 part. It means that this value, this window screen and this Mario, the distance between them is the 50 pixel. So I have taken that value in the Mario X. Now I have to increase that value. Means when I move forward, the Mario should move forward. So I have taken a random value, and for adding a style, I have told you in the DOM part, if you want to add any style, so Mario.style, and what will the property name, that is the left, and what will the value, the previous value, that is the 50, and 50 is stored in the Mario X plus 112. I take a random value, means I have to move 112. So you can take 50 or 150, you can take any value. That amount will be moved forward. And plus pixel, because this left value is in the pixel part, so you have to add that pixel also. if you will not add, then the left value will be 50, and 50 is not any meaning until and unless you have not defined any unit. So we have defined the pixel. So this is how the code is designed for the Mario to run forward. Now, if I have to do the reverse part, that is Mario have to move backward. So for the backward, all the part is same as the forward part, but the difference is here that I have to subtract that random value. So I have you take the previous value and subtract that by the 112. The amount which will be added for the moving forward, that amount will be decreased to moving backward. So this is the code for the jumping, this is the code for moving forward, and this is the code for moving backward. So these all are these all the situations are handled using the keyword handlers. After that, I have to check that after each every second that the Mario is not crossing the obstacle. So that for that I have designed another function, and I have used the set interval here. But in the previous I used the set timeout. This function will run only once, but it will run after every set of time. I have specified the time as 1000 millisecond. This one, that is the 1 second. After every 1 second, this function will run and check that. This function is basically to check whether the Mario and the obstacle are crossed or not. So first I am taking in this function, we are going to see the life count, the score as well. If the Mario is crossed, means the obstacle and the Mario crossed, so we will update the score part life. If it touch the obstacle, so we will reduce the life count. And if the game life count is all over and the obstacle touch the Mario, so game will be over. So we have to update 3 values. So in this function, we are going to update that value as well. So first, I am going to select the Mario using this query selector, game over part, that is that part, game over. This is the, when the game will be over, I will change the heading from welcome to running Mario to the game over. So I have selected game over and the obstacle, that Mario and obstacle. Now, I want that what will be the logic for crossing. Means we are going to get the left value from the window, from the difference between the window and the Mario, and the difference between the obstacle and the window. So as the obstacle will move forward, the distance will be decreasing, and at a certain time they will touch. So when they touch, the game will be over, or we can say the life count will be decreased. So we have to get that value. For getting a value, I have already specified that you have to use the window dot get computed style function. This is the function which you will use, and in this function, the first argument will be the class name, and second will be the any pseudo selector. But in this, there is no pseudo selector, so I have specified the null. And this function will return all the classes which is attached to this class. And after getting all the values, that is, if I select this, then this all style values will be selected. But I want only to get the value of this part. So I've used another method, that is the get property value. So in this get property value, I will specify the key, that is the left. So I will get the value of this left, that is the 50 pixel. If I specify the bottom, then I will get 0. So this is how the get computer style and the get property value works. Now we are going to see, first we are going to take the distance of the Mario with the left window. So I specify a variable, that is the dx is equals to, and same function, that is the window dot computer style Mario, and I have used the left value. Now you can see that if the Mario will jump, then it will go topward. Some situation will come, either it is coming down and then it will touch. So we have to get store the value of the top part as well. So I am storing the top value as well of the Mario. So, and similarly, you have to take the value of the obstacle of left and as well as top. So we have taken the Mario left, Mario top, obstacle left, and obstacle top. After that, we are going to calculate the difference between them. First, we are going to take the difference of Mario left and the obstacle left. So I'm going to store that value in the offset x. After that, I'm going to take the value of difference of Mario left and the obstacle left in the offset y. And y, I'm going to take the absolute. If the value while subtracting is negative, this absolute function will convert into the positive value. Means if the output is -10, So absolute function will give me is equals to 10. So this is the absolute function part. And now I'm going to write the code for the crossing part. So this is the random value. If you specify the left more, then you have to decrease this part. This is a fully random value. You have to take this value according to you what you have specified, the left part, bottom part, top part. So this value can be changed later as well. So I have specified that if the offset x is less than 250 and the offset y is less than 52, I'm counting the top part as well and the left part as well. If it is less than, then game will be over. But there is the condition while game will be over, that is if the life count is 0, then game will over. But if life count is greater than 0, means we have 3, 2 or 1, then you have another chance to jump. So there will be two conditions while game over. And if this condition is not true, means we have another condition that is less than 350 and both of them are crossed, means no one is touched, so life count will be not decreased and score will be updated. I have write a formula for updating score, that is +5. So at each cross the score will be updated by +5. So first we are going to see that if the offset x is less than 250 and offset y is less than 52. I am repeating again that this value can be changed according to this left part. It is not fixed that you have to use only 250. If I've told you that game over will have two conditions, that is the life count is equals to 0, the game will be over. But if life count is not 0, then you have the another chance to take a jump. You have 3 remaining life. Total life will be 3, so you have the remaining 2 life.
I didn't get that 250
Yes.
and 52 part.
This is actually the difference. You can okay, 1 minute. First, I am taking the difference between this window left and this Mario. Okay, this will be 50 pixel, and I have there is a CSS part for this optical as well. In that also the left part is there. So I am going to calculate this left part from the window left. So one distance is this one and another is from the obstacle part. So as the obstacle will come closer to this Mario, the distance will decrease, and at a certain point this Mario will either cross each other or touch each other. So when it will touch, your life count will be decreased if life count is not 0, or it will score, it will add your score. So this is the difference. First I'm going to take the difference of the Mario left, and second is the obstacle left. This is the left condition, but you have the top part also. When I jump it, it will move upwards. There is some situation that it is coming down and your obstacle is also just below that and it touched. So then also the remaining life will be decreased and your score will not be updated, and you have another chance to jump if your life count is not 0. You can you do one thing. You can when the code will be available to you, you can decrease this value and you can increase this value. You will see the changes how these two will be attached. We have specified 50 pixel, so we have write according to it. But if we change this value, if I increase or decrease, this value will also be changed. This is actually the difference which we are getting.
And how I calculated
This
that
part will
difference?
become when yes.
How you know that it is 250 and 52?
Because we have first write the code and check how it will be suited. So if I take the left is equals to 50 pixel, then I have to take this much amount to cross it or not to cross it. Yeah, that you do one thing. When you will write the code, just log this value, offset x and offset y. You will see that this obstacle will continuously running. Here it is stopping because the code is server is not running. You will see that offset x value will be decreased when this obstacle is coming to the Mario, and there will be some value that you will see that either it is less than 250 or greater than 250, or it will be topwards less than 52 or 32. It is according to your left or left part, this obstacle, this Mario and the obstacle left. So there will be two conditions that life count will be 0 or not 0. So if the life count will be 0, so I have to change that game over heading, that is welcome to the running Mario, with the game over part. So I have changed that inner HTML part, and that obstacle is continuously running. Now I have to stop that obstacle, that it should not move forward or backward. So I have removed the class, that is the obstacle any, that defined in the CSS part. This class I have removed. It is infinite. You can see that the obstacle will run infinite until the game will be over. So I have removed it, and the some audio will be played, that is the audio go when it will game over. That is the die Mario die MP3 will be run, and that simple audio it is running will stop, and that Mario die audio will also stop after 5 seconds. I have set the time for that, and this is the condition when life count is equals to 0. But if there is a condition that life count is equals to 3 or 2 or 1, then this will be the condition. What actually this condition is, that you have crossed the obstacle, but you have another chance to start, just continue your game, that your score will not be 0 or starts from 0. It will continue where it touched your obstacle. So I have specified the value, that variable, that is cross is equals to true. Now I will say that cross is equals to the cross is equals to false, that it is one round is completed. So I will specify cross is equals to false, and after 1 second I am again initializing that variable with the true, because now it will again come from, it will go from here. Now it is crossed. When it is coming it is true, but when it is crossed means now crossing part is completed. So I specify the value false, but again it will come from this right part, so I have to specify the value of that again true. So this is why I specify the cross is equals to true, and your life count will be decreased by 1. If it is 3, then it will be 2, because you have crossed one time. After that, you have to change that life count HTML as well. First, you have seen the life equals to 3. Then lives will be changed with the remaining lives, and the value will be the life count. This life count will be decreased. The value will come here. This is the condition for life count greater than 0. This is the condition for life count is equals to 0. Now the condition comes that you have not touched the obstacle, so your score will be updated. So I have defined a variable score is equals to 0. So the score will be updated by +5. You can take any calculation, that +10 or +1. I have done with the +5, and I'm calling a function that is update score, and I'm passing the value score, that's this one. So update score, it is here defined here, and in this function I'm going to score count.innerHTML. That is the score count.innerHTML. This one dot inner HTML means this part, the score is equals to :0 will be changed to your score, and the value that is coming from here. The score part will be updated with the help of update score function. Now again it will already crossed, that's why you have updated your score, and it is not touched. If it is touched, then the life count will be decreased. It is not touched, so your score will be updated, and the cross is equals to false. So after that it is crossed, and your score is updated. Now I have to again initialize the cross is equals to true. The same condition. It is touched, but you have one more life, or we can say 2 more life. So you can continue your game. Here also the cross part is completed. Now you have another chance to continue your part. After that, we have a animation part, that I am defining a variable any duration, animation duration, and this will be run after 0.5 second, that is 500 millisecond, and I'm taking the value of the obstacle, and the proper obstacle will return this whole properties, this whole style properties, and I have to take the value of animation duration. The what will be animation duration? So 1 minute. Okay, so this is the animation duration of this one. The animation and the duration is 5 seconds, and it is taking the value of the 5 seconds, and it is converted into the float part, that is the 5.0 we can say, and I'm again calculating a new duration of the animation by subtracting the previous value by 0.1, and the obstacle dot style, that is the obstacle part is this one, and I'm going to change the style of this function by adding an animation duration with the new duration, that is the previous value subtracting by the 0.1 and adding the s also for the second. So this is how the animation will be changed for the obstacle part when the score is updated. And this is whole code of the JavaScript. I know this is a bit confusing because we have introduced
Could you
new
explain
function
the
of
last
the
one? The animation duration at the last.
Can you repeat the question once?
Yes, ma'am. Could you explain the last just now what you explained again? The animation duration.
The animation of the obstacle, it is changing. If I want to change the animation after updating this code, that the previous animation should change. So I have first I have to get the previous value of that animation. So for that I have specified the same function and the property value, that is this animation. The animation and the duration will be the 5 second, and it will be subtracted by the 0.1. We will get another animation duration and it will run for that time, that period of time. So, and you have to add the s as well for the specify the second. This is the, I think this is wrong here. The obstacle will come because obstacle any is defined here, and obstacle any is this keyframe name. So this value is same here. It will be added. So now, if you get all the properties of the obstacle, so these whole values, style values will be selected, and you have to get the value of all the animation duration. Then animation duration is here, this value. So you will get the 5 second, and you will subtract it by 0.1. You will get a new value of that duration and specify that duration with the s. So as well indicates that the second. By this function, you are going to select all the styles which are defined in that class. I have selected write the obstacle. So by this function, that is the window dot get computed style obstacle null. Why null is here? Because the second argument that we have to pass is the pseudo selector. So we have not specified any selector, so I will specify the null. So by this function that get computed style obstacle, all the style that is defined over the obstacle will be selected. These all style will be selected. Now I have to get the value of only one property, that is the animation duration. So animation duration will be selected by this. So the duration will be the 5 seconds. So you will get this value indicates the duration part. So you will get the value of this part as the 5 second. Now I will specify the parse floor, so it will calculate as the 5.0. So you can subtract it with a new value of the animation and please add the s in the end, so it indicates the seconds. So this is how the JavaScript of this program will work. First, I have defined the jumping key codes for different actions. Like if the Mario wants to move, take a jump, so the key code for the jump will be 38. And you have added a class that is defined in the CSS, animate Mario. And after 0.7 second, that class will be removed and audio will play that for the jump part. And after that, if the Mario wants to move forward, the key code will be the 39. A random value is added. You can change it. I have only specified the 112. 112, you can specify 120, 150 as you want to move the Mario. And the same value will be decreased to move the Mario backward. And after specify that, you have to check after each interval of 1 second, you have to check that the Mario is crossing the obstacle or not. If it is crossing, then there will be two situations. Either your life count will be 0, the game will be over. But there will be situation that your life count is not 0, means greater than 0. So you have another chance to continue your game. So these are the two conditions. Then when your obstacle is Mario is touched with the obstacle, but there is a second situation that your Mario is not touched and it is crossed smoothly. So your score will be updated, and you have changed the animation part of that. So this is how the code will be working. So this is the whole code of the Mario, the CSS, HTML, and the JavaScript part. So if it touched the remaining level will be 2, and the score will be updated. If I take a jump, it will touch to the life count will be decreased. I hope you get a idea of JavaScript code, event code, and a new function by which you get the property value.
Thank you, Kushi. Now we will go and have some questions. Just a reminder, please make sure that everyone in the meeting, if you have any queries, you can type in the chat box.
After the questions, I'll be telling you what to do in the challenge project and how to do, and what about the submissions part and the different doubt session and all. Till that, if anyone is having any sort of doubt, please ask as fast as you can, either in the chat or you can unmute yourself.
So for the major project, you all can practice the particular project by writing the code by yourself, and the details of today's project related to the major project will be shared tomorrow. Khushi or Ismeet, can you take up the question that is being asked by Jasprit Kaur? How to link a background image in CSS means which address?
In the while adding the background image, you can add a address of the image. Either you can take it from the internet, or you can add the image which is included in your local directory. For today's, the images are already added in the project, so we have taken it from the local, not taken from the internet.
Thank you, Khushi. So it looks like we have covered all the questions. So now I would like to invite Gurtaran to carry on from here and to give the details regarding the challenge project and about the tomorrow's and day after tomorrow session. Gurtaran, please.
Thank you, Sahil. So first of all, I would like to everyone to rate the bootcamp, the first 5 days or 6 days of the bootcamp, out of 10. And please make the review really honest, because it is a good feedback for whole Gaming Geeks and Code8 team. And if there are any sort of suggestions or queries, please feel free to use the chat. And coming to the project, so minor project is covered, major project is covered. The last project, that's the challenge project, will be covered tomorrow or a day after tomorrow. Tomorrow there will be a session, but it will be just a simple doubt session in which all the speakers will be present. And only if you have a doubt in your own code, or you have any personal doubts, queries in any sort of the part that you have learned in first 5 days, you will be free to ask them to any of the speaker. Tomorrow session will be as simple as that. And day after tomorrow at 1 p.m. till 1 p.m. you will be able to submit your challenge project either via GitHub profile link. You can simply share your GitHub project link, or second thing what you can do is you can share the zip file, a zip file which will be including HTML, CSS and JavaScript part of the game that you have created. I guess everyone knows that the challenge project will be marked accordingly to the uniqueness. How unique is your project? And what else? And all three speakers will be thoroughly checking the code and all, and giving the ranks and all. And depending upon that, uh, participants who will be completing the challenge project will be provided the merit certificate with the special mention of 3 project certification. And else except that, everyone will be also provided with the participation certificate. And except that, many good goodies coupons are waiting for you all who have been really enthusiastically participated in the whole bootcamp. Sahil, am I missing something?
No, Gurcharan, I think you have covered all the points.
Okay, just just once, let me repeat. Till day after tomorrow, that's 3rd of March, till 1 p.m., you will be able to fill a Google form in which either you will be pasting the GitHub project link, or you can simply add the zip file of your project, which will be including HTML, CSS, and JavaScript part. If anyone doesn't know how to upload your project on GitHub, you can refer to the video, I guess Sahib, I guess on the minor project session. In the minor project session, Sahib explained that all in around 4 to 5 minutes in the ending. Except that, if anyone doesn't know, you can see the session recording link is already shared in the WhatsApp groups. And the main, is there any question? Yes, no. The most main thing is, please do not copy the code from the any sort of internet or any available open market like GitHub. Please do create your code yourself, because it will be your benefit to stay away from the plagiarism, because we'll be checking the plagged code, because speakers are already thorough through various many 50-60 projects that are available on internet easily. So the checking will be simply on based upon the uniqueness. How unique is your project? I guess that's enough. And tomorrow will be the doubt session. All the speakers will be present. If anyone wants to, if anyone has any sort of doubts, any queries in their own bootcamp recordings, the YouTube links are already shared in the WhatsApp groups. Are you there in the Jasprit? Are you there in the WhatsApp group? Yes, sir. I guess all the recordings are shared thoroughly in the WhatsApp group. Any doubts? First of all, guys, it's not a class कि mute करके बैठना है. You can unmute yourself. You can share any sort of questions, some suggestions, some anything. Please feel free to ask anything. It's simply open, because here in the meet itself, there are people from various colleges like Thapar, NIT Jalandhar, Chitkara, MIT University, Triple IIT, a lot more. Thank you, Shweta. And the Google form will be sent in these groups by tomorrow evening, last by tomorrow evening.
And there is one more point related to the resources of the entire bootcamp, such as the PPTs, the recordings of the session, and the GitHub link to the content of the bootcamp. It will be emailed to you, everyone, by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So kindly be active on your email, and you will be receiving an email of the Web Game Dev Bootcamp that will contain all the recording links, the PPT links, and the GitHub link, so that you can revisit them and you can practice accordingly.
Yeah, the whole same thing will be again shared in the WhatsApp groups, compiling a common playlist, a common drive for where all the PPTs will be available. So I'll be ending the meet at 10:35. There are 3 minutes. If anyone has any questions, suggestion, anything, please be free. Don't think that we are like teachers like that, sir, ma'am. Here's no sir, no ma'am.
Day after tomorrow is also a session.
Yeah, day after tomorrow, we'll be announcing the winners and highlighting their projects, who are the winners, and how good or how unique they have created the project. Yeah, Tejinder, what do you want to ask?
The challenging project we have to make individually or can be in group also.
It will be challenge. I mean,
It will be
it will be
individual.
solo.
Okay.
Individual.
Okay. Okay.
It is a solo challenge, because many times we have seen if we give a task in a group, so one person is very much fond of doing the project by himself or by herself. I mean, doing alone. And the another person just joins ki, yeah, he's my friend. He'll be doing by his own, and I'll be just getting the benefit of his or her knowledge. 2 minutes still left. Any questions? Officially, the session is over. If anyone wants to leave, can leave the session. And if anyone has any doubt, can stay here.